drive the video one more once, but this time I'm on the way back from my destination. You know what I mean? This one's just kind of me rambling. I was watching the video. She was talking about marriage. And it's not necessarily, the fact she was talking about marriage, just the way that I hear people typically talk nowadays. Everybody's so angry. Everybody's trying to lead somebody. Everybody's trying to, start a movement and rally people. Try to rally people to them. You know what I mean? Always trying to get people to make a decision. Make a bad decision. So, this video, you shouldn't be getting married. We're telling women that you shouldn't be getting married. Okay? No problem. Women don't have to get married if they don't want to, just like the fellas don't have to get married if they don't want to. Just like men don't. Then she started bringing in that women were oppressed. Women were oppressed. Back in the day, they were. This isn't like unknown fact. This is truth. This is, stone cold fact. Look in the books, and yeah, she was going into the history of marriage, how it was probably it was most likely, in her words, she was more definite about it, but basically it was most likely about women getting sold off to men, by their parents and stuff like that. That could be true. Some countries actually do that. So that could be true. That could be the origin of marriage. Right? I don't think that that's the origin of relationships, though. I think that relationships are about choice. And they're about choosing. That's what I think a relationship is about. You don't have to get married to solidify a relationship. You don't have to get down on one knee. You don't have to give her a ring. You don't have to give him a ring, however y'all want to do it. You don't have to do that. None of that has to happen. All y'all have to do is have that agreement with one another. Right? That I want to be with you, and I know that you want to be with me. And this is set in stone. I don't want to find it. I don't want anybody else. I don't want to find anybody else. I've got you. You are enough. You are more than enough. In some cases, that's what people say, whatever romantic stuff you want to say. But that's the key of it. So relationships are about choice. Marriages, okay, yeah, you can go ahead and throw that history of marriage stuff out there. That's fine. That's probably true. No problem. But unions between two people, that's not true. Sorry, people beeping, the lights green, people getting upset. So he wanted to get over. I was blocking him in. Anyway, unions are about people coming together by choice. So we get all these angry people. We get all these individuals getting online and saying, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't do this," and "No, you shouldn't marry," and "You shouldn't." Of course, don't do that. Yeah, they say that you don't want the government involved. Don't get the government involved then. I don't understand the problem here. Right? I don't get it. What's the issue? I've never felt that I had the need to talk about not getting married. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. Like, I don't know how many other ways I can say it, but it's not a requirement, right? Like, that's not a requirement of life. That's a requirement socially, but that's not a requirement of life. Nobody's telling you to get married. right? Maybe if you're working corporate jobs or something, but nobody's telling you to get married. So why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Why are you getting married if you don't want to get married? Why are you getting married because somebody else told you to? You get what I'm saying? Why are you getting married for your company? Why are you getting married because your mommy and daddy want you to get married? Why are you getting married because everybody else around you is getting married? Aren't you an individual? Aren't you a person of your own mind? So what's going on here? So that video kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I mean? But that's not why I wanted to make this video. It's that people keep trying to spit out these ideologies and these ways of life. And they're always negative. They're always shun these people, this group of people, and let's just stick together. Very, very odd, ways of life. Very odd. They encourage separation, and I've spoken about this in other videos. They encourage separation. So I'm not understanding here. You're building ideologies to encourage separation, to encourage domination over the other. Okay. So what happens when the group of you who hate everybody come together? Do you think that you're not going to hate each other? Do you think that you're not going to try to dominate each other? Do you think that you're going to have a culture of cooperation rather than competition? That's not going to happen. You built the society that you're trying to build on hate. Let's say that this society does go through. One of these ideologies win at the end of the day. And these people, they get their way. And so, let's use her example. Women they're moving their own way. Right? They're leading now. They're doing their own thing. And they hate all the men. They hate all the men. Right? So the world changes that way. Okay, well, y'all don't have nobody to hate anymore. So now you got to find somebody to hate because you built the society based on that hate. Again, you're not unified based on cooperation. You're unified based on hate. You're not unified based on love for one another. You're unified based on hate of a group. And so you have to hate another group. Right? And so the men are not out of the picture. So now you're going to find a group of women to hate. Everybody's angry. This is the problem that I see around the world today. Everybody is angry. Nobody wants to be a follower of any sort. Nobody wants to show respect to an ideology and say, hey, we can have this person appointed as the spokesperson and we can just sit back. That's not what people want. Instead, people want to just constantly lead. And there's going to be nobody to push forward the ideology. There's nobody following because nobody believes in it for real. Nobody actually believes in what's being said. Right? Because everybody thinks that they can make it better. Everybody thinks they can make it way better than it already is. Right? They don't want to just let the spokesperson build, right? And then they want to coordinate with the spokesperson on it. You get what I'm saying? No, they have to, they want to also be the spokesperson. They want to also be the person at the forefront. They want to also be the person on the camera. Now, it's fine to have multiple leaders, but again, that's not what people want. Everybody wants to be the leader, but at the same time, everybody wants to be led. So what is actually happening? Right? Confusion. Confusion. It's always funny when I see these videos and these people out here. I speak to these people and they say they don't like women, or not even say they don't like women. That you shouldn't be. You don't need to get married, man. Just get them on their back, man, and then just throw them and toss them aside, man. They ain't worth spending that much time on. And the girls say the same thing, or the women say the same thing. Rather, not women. Sorry. Yeah, the girls say the same thing. They say the same stuff. You throw these guys away, man. Just do what you got to do with them, and then toss them aside. Get your bag. Using domination. Right? Building a hateful culture. Building a hateful mindset to hate another. That sounds like, what does that sound like? That sounds like something. Right? That sounds like the oppressed trying to oppress. We're not trying to cultivate a culture of peace. No, everybody still wants to be mad. So the thing that was done to them, they want it done to everybody else now. Right? And pretty much saying that they have learned nothing. That nothing has been learned. That they don't want to learn anything. That they don't want to get better. That they don't want to improve. That they don't want to improve the conditions of the people. They want it to happen again, except they just want their turn. Babies, children. This is the mindset of children. They see you eating ice cream, now they want to eat some. Letting children lead societies. Hey man, look. I'm done trying to make everybody comfortable. I'm done with that. That is, now that I keep seeing this, it's like super common. I'm seeing the state of affairs in the world. I'm seeing the state of affairs among people that I know and people that I speak to. People that I have to come in contact regularly. Spitting out this same rhetoric. Saying the same garbage. And you're going to, and not even you're going to start to, you're affecting the youth. They ain't even grown yet and they already talking like this. Some of y'all turning your children into something that they don't even need to be turned into yet. They ain't even get to be kids because you just so angry. You just so stuck on yourself. You know, you're just so despicable of a person yourself. You got to sit there and try to transform your kid. You birth somebody just to start a legacy of hate. Bimbos, busters, and bozos, man. Take your pick, you know, at which one's ruining people. All this infighting. And for what? Nothing's being accomplished. Y'all, everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing's nothing changing. Y'all angry at him because he ain't buy you a gift. You angry at her because she ain't want to lay on her back tonight. You're angry at her because she cheated. That's one person. These are individual instances, but y'all want to attach them to everything else. And then y'all want to start creating ideologies and spreading hate and making videos. That's the only thing that well, not the only thing, but that's one of the major things that I dislike about the internet. They let anybody on there. You don't know who's talking. You don't know if this person literally took some meds before popping on the video. You don't know if they're mentally ill and they shouldn't even be on there. Right? You don't know if this person just got done beating their spouse up. You don't know if they just got done beating their spouse up. Now they're spitting rhetoric talking about, decenter people. You don't know if they just got done sleeping with 50 people, had a night of sleeping around with 50 people, drinking all types of nonsense, putting all types of nothing in their body and destruction and poisons. And then they get on the video trying to act like they saints. And they got a message from the high and mighty. If you don't knock it off, nobody wants to think. Nobody wants to think anymore. Where are we going to get to? Where are we going? You spit that rhetoric out. You spit that ideology out. What is your end goal? What are you trying to do at the end of the day? Because to me, all this empowerment I hear for women, I don't see it. All this empowerment that I see for the men, I don't see it. All I see is separation and isolation. At every turn. Every time. I'm not talking about just relationships. I'm talking about anything. We think that it's better to just be individuals and be alone. It's good to be an individual. It's good to have a mind of your own. But you still have to care about your people. You still have to care about the people around you. You still got to care about your communities. You still got to care about those who are walking around you. It don't even have to be specifically your community. It doesn't have to be about ethnicity. It doesn't have to be about culture. It doesn't have to be about anything like that. Where are we going to go? What kind of utopia are you trying to build? Are you even trying to build that? What are you trying to build? What are you trying to do? Destroy your community? You get people leading and they have no vision. Understand what I'm saying? You get people leading and they have no vision. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know where they want to go. They just want to start talking. And then when it starts moving in a direction like, whoa, somebody else want to take the reins? Whoa, I didn't think it was going to spiral that much. I was just a little emotional. I was just talking. They ain't got no bite, man. Come on now, and I'm not upset. I'm just passionate about this. I'm passionate about this, man. This is crazy. It's insane how common it is. It's insane how easy it is to inspire destruction. And nobody bats an eye. In fact, they think it's a good thing. We have to concern ourselves with the youth, man. Concern ourselves with their education and their improvement. We need to get these people trying to take advantage of them. out of here? Why is there an uprise, or not a, rather an uprise, but a rise in general, in trying to manipulate and take advantage of them? Why is there nobody paying attention to the fact that the youth is influenced and impacted by them earlier and earlier? I saw a video on one of these platforms, man. It was like a 5-year-old sitting up there talking about I don't even remember what she was saying. I think she was wearing makeup and all that kind of stuff, and I think she was starting to spit that same rhetoric, that same ideology, that same hate. She don't even know what she's talking about. Who was she decentering? Who was she talking about? You understand me? And we're not saying nothing about it? Come on now. Something's wrong. Something's wrong, man. We don't inspire our youth, man. We give them a reason not to get up. We're giving them a reason not to get up. We got to start saying something. That's another reason why I made this channel. Yeah, I made it for inquiry. Yeah, I made it for questions. And yeah, I made it for things like that. But I made it to develop people. I made it to put back the focus on community and not just put focus on trying to get some money, trying to get some new clothes, trying to look cool in front of the ladies, trying to look cute in front of the guys. That comes after. That comes after you built something that's safe to live in, that's worth cultivating in. Most of y'all don't even, well, now I'm not even going to say that that's a big generalization, but some of y'all don't even want kids. Some of y'all don't even want to start another generation because, I mean, you see, if you have a kid, it's too dangerous for them. Okay, so what are we going to do about it then? What are we going to build? What needs to change? What type of shift needs to happen? How major is the shift? Ask yourself these questions. Put yourself in that square. Be bold about it. Be honest with yourself. Listen, I'm not a leader. I don't really have a vision to go changing communities, but listen, I'll contribute to one. I contribute to the ideology of building a community. I subscribe to the community mindset. I subscribe to being an individual of my own agency. At some point, we had a great message where we wanted to make both men and women on equal terms. And it did happen to a point, right? And not even to a point, I mean, to me, and obviously you can say that I'm wrong or right. I don't know all the statistics and all that nonsense with that, but I'm pretty sure we're on pretty equal playing fields. I'm sure there's certain discrepancies as far as pay between the two, but I don't think there really is any wage gap. I don't. In every position I've ever been in, women are getting paid equal to or more than me. I could stay in the position for a while. They still getting paid more. They still get to go in higher positions. Now, if you're talking about CEO positions and stuff like that, It's pretty common that they aren't there. But it's more common that they are nowadays. Again, the areas are growing where equality between at least men and women is coming to fruition. But again, I'm not extremely knowledgeable in that area, so I need somebody who is more into that area of things. People who have that kind of area expertise. I've done bits and pieces of research about it. So you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm welcome, I welcome being corrected on things. But talking about, marriage is, something to oppress women and everything like that. Maybe it was. But it was never, relationships were never like that. Relationships were never like that. They were about supporting one another. They were about building something with one another. They're about appreciating one another. Where did that go? Y'all spend 30 minutes trying to tear people down. How angry are you? How upset are you about the wrong things? I'm angry. I'm angry that people keep getting on the internet talking about the youth. And influencing the youth like that. I'm angry about that. But I'm more passionate about it than I am angry. I'm not going to sit here and fly off the handle back and I hate the people who are affecting the youth. I hate you guys. I hate you so much. Right? I'm not worried about all that. I'm focused on the people that can make a change. I'm not focused on spreading hate. Listen, if y'all want to go do that, if you're just dead set on that, then you got an adversary right here. We can debate. We can talk about it. And listen, I'm not the best talker. I'll put that out there right now. Right? I'm just starting this whole talking thing and getting better at my speech. But I guarantee you can't out-debate me on it. You can spit as many facts as you want, but let's talk real philosophy about this. Let's talk real ideas about it. I don't want to just spit what came out of a book and off of paper. I'm trying to talk ideas. What does it take to build a society, to build something better? Rather than destroy, it's easy to be angry. It's easy to destroy. It's easy to hate. These are easy to do. It's very easy to do these things. It's really easy to do it. But it's hard to actually build something. It's hard to work at a relationship. It's hard when you had a long day and they want to talk about something, and they had a hard day too and they want to talk about it, and you got to kind of take it on your shoulders and say, I want to listen to you. I want to support you through it. Because maybe theirs was worse than yours. Maybe your day was pretty annoying, but they had a really rough day. Maybe they're emotional because somebody passed away, or they're, something happened to them. Maybe they got in some kind of, accident, whatever. And you got to support them through it, and they're emotional through it, and they're moving all kinds of ways about it. But you stick with them. That's not easy. When you argue, and it's pretty bad. but you work to build it back up. You work to come to an understanding with one another. You try to understand where the other was coming from, where the anger was coming from. That's how you build. That's difficult, but that's how you build something that's sturdy, that has a foundation. A lot of people run at the first sign of trouble. Understand? But I'm done. Y'all continue to be a benefit to yourselves and others, and hope to speak to you again soon.